What is going on, everybody? This is the Realist. I'm back with another movie review, and today's movie is somewhat of a controversial one by some people. It's called Tropic Thunder, and this is my first time ever watching a movie. I have never seen a movie before in my life. I've only seen like images of the movie and how some people was like joking about on how Robert Downey Jr. got away of somewhat like dressing up as a black character and everything. And after watching the movie, I thought the movie itself was pretty cool. Stupid as ever in a good way. Not in a bad way, but like stupid as ever, like in a good way. And I swear, some people are just way too sensitive nowadays. Like, it's not that bad. It's not even bad. It's not even a bad movie. Like, the fact that people was trying to cancel Robert Downey Jr. for playing a black character in a movie was it's just stupid. Like, he wasn't racist. He wasn't just like trashing black people, my race. He wasn't doing none of that. He played an Australian man who played as a black character. Like, this movie was crazy and everything. So here is my review. So basically the movie is about how, a matter of fact, when the movie first started, when I saw those trailers, I couldn't believe it. I thought that the movie was going to be some type of like serious movie, but when I saw those trailers, I knew, matter of fact, that this movie was going to be some trolling and everything. And so the movie begins with Tropic Thunder as it's trying like to shoot the movie, as it's trying to shoot, but with the main actors, Tugs, Lazarus, Jack, and a whole among other characters, not basically like getting the shooting correct and everything, as each character basically represents what Hollywood is. How some actors basically go through some issues in life, like freaking Tugs, like his character of him with disability and everything. Like, I could definitely imagine that as a in living color character from the 90s. Like, I could definitely see somebody, probably dang near Jim Carrey, playing that type of character. Freaking Lazarus with his antics. Like, Robert Downey Jr. is something else. Like, I like his character in the movie. He did a good job to me. Like, he didn't say nothing racist, ignorant, but he did get called out by all the castmates by basically having all the makeup on, basically getting the surgery, saying that he's all black and everything. Like, this PC culture is something else. Brandon T. Jackson, he was actually good in this movie. his commercial in the beginning of the movie was something else. Like, I couldn't believe it. And everybody else, they did their thing. So then there's this huge party that goes on, basically talking about the production of the movie and how the person that's in charge of like the bombs and everything, and the director, they're going to like basically take all of the actors and like drop them off on some like weird location like Vietnam, Thailand, and everything. And everything goes to plan until the freaking director accidentally steps on something and he gets blown up into a million pieces. And at first, everybody thinks it's some BS and all that kind of stuff. But Robert Downey Jr. is perhaps maybe the smartest character. He realizes that the man is dead. Like, why would somebody fake that? Why would somebody fake their death like that, being blown up? And then Ben Stiller's character, Tugs, eating some of the things out of his neck, like, they was on a trip. So then, as time goes on, all the actors realize that they're in some sort of danger, as the person that's in charge of the bombs and everything, all the explosives, I might say, and the person who wrote the script, who basically wrote the book and everything, they get kidnapped And as it turns out, the person that wrote the book did not serve in the army at all. He was a part of the Coast Guard. Just lying. But Ben Stiller's character, he gets kidnapped. Jack Black's character, he has some sort of like not a relapse, but he's going through withdrawal and everything. Everyone else is trying to figure out what to do. And what I liked about the movie was that all of them represented some sort of like actor or different characters from like previous movies that's been released in the past and all that kind of stuff. Like Jack Black's movie in the beginning, The Nutty Professors, and they eventually were able to rescue Ben Stiller's character after he was forced to replay his character that caused the most controversy, not just in the movie but in real life as well, as that guy who loves his horse and everything. And as it turns out that they were all in some type of like drug area where a lot of like drugs are being produced and that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know what else to say about the movie, was because everybody was a trip. Everybody was crazy. And at that one point where Ben Stiller's manager was trying to get help, trying to like save everybody, but that one manager was like, if he dies, he dies. That was some cold-hearted mess. Like, I was so messed up. And that's how it be in like real life too, though. If somebody's in danger and other people was like, hey, if he dies, he dies. That's some cold-hearted mess. But I enjoyed the plot. I didn't find the movie to be offensive at all. I didn't find the movie to be disgraceful to me at all. This is just my opinion, and I know there's probably going to be like a lot of people that really doesn't like that, but it's a movie. They were not being racist. They were not trying to be discriminatory towards black people or anybody else. Like, the movie is cool. Like, could I see this movie being made in 2021? Maybe. But I don't see it doing really good in the box office because of how sensitive people are. But anyways, in the end of the movie, freaking Tuggs wins the award for Best Actor, and Robert Downey Jr.'s character realizes that he made a horrible mistake and everything, as he's now questioning himself, who he is and everything, like what he is exactly. But if you haven't seen this movie, I think you should see the movie. But if you're a sensitive person that always gets butt hurt over the smallest things, then don't watch this movie. How I would rate this movie, I would probably rate this movie like a good maybe 8 out of 10. Because it's cool. It's nothing serious. But that is my opinion. And that is the end of today's video. And subscribe. Like, I getting views, but no one's subscribing. Like, come on. Subscribe. I need my viewers. I need my subscribers. Please subscribe. Please. I'm begging you. Please. And until next time, bye-bye.